I'm just wondering, somebody who's kept on life support, is their soul still in their body? Are they still there? Or?
Yeah. If a person's on life support, what is happening is the body is being kept alive, artificially so, but the silver cord remains connected to the soul. And as a result of that, many people who have stayed on life support for many years have actually just stayed all connected to their body. They live most of their life like in a sleep state type experience, but still connected to their body on earth. And the majority of them want that to be the case. That's part of their law of attraction. The reason why they want that is they're too afraid to enter the spirit world. So
can they make a soul decision to leave?
Yes.
And despite being on life support?
Yes.
Okay.
And their body will die.
Oh.
Yep, and they'll separate. Same goes with many dementia patients. We were talking about this last week. Many people with dementia are actually living a lot of their life in this state where they're totally afraid of their own emotion, totally afraid of what's going to happen in the spirit world. They want to retain a connection with their body to keep the body alive, but they don't want to be conscious of their own emotional state, so they go out of body. And it's just like this constant state of sort of like an almost suspended animation state, but they're still having experiences in their sleep state experience, but they don't want to pass because they're too afraid of passing. Yeah. It's the fear of passing, actually, that causes most of our distress at the times just before passing. Right? And many people have huge fears of passing. And if we're a person who is conscious of this, we could sit down with let's say our parent has dementia, and we go to visit them every week or whatever it is. They don't know us. It seems like they're somebody else, and a lot of times, by the way, they are. They're often spirit overcloaked in this state where they're trying to get out of their emotion. And when they go to sleep, we could just sit there and say, "Mum or Dad, you're just afraid of dying. You're afraid of dying. And you're afraid of living too. That's why you're in this place. Right? You're afraid of knowing all of your own emotions, so you don't want to know that. And that's what's closed down your brain. That's what's closed down your cognitive experience. But on top of that, you're afraid of passing as well. You don't want to pass either. And all you're doing is creating all of this out of your fear." We can sit down and talk to them about that. If we've had a person in our family in a coma for many, many years, we can do the same thing. Ask them to make the choice. Do you want to be back here again, or do you want to leave? Which one is it that you want? Because most of them are too afraid to make the decision. Right? And we need to help them through the process. They don't have to fear the spirit life, but they don't have to really fear life here either. And we need to help them through that experience. If we go, Rachel, and then...